What's up, y'all? We're back. I'm really excited for this next guest. It's my partner, man. I've known it's Tangeray, man. Tango. I know him as Tango. But thanks for coming on, big dog. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me, homie. Hey, you know how we get down, dog. It's nothing but an honor to be here with you tonight and shoot the shit with my homie, bro.
Yeah.
I'm really appreciative of you having me here and proud of your journey, dog.
Hey, likewise, bro. That's why I want you on here, man. There's a lot of you got so much game, bro. So much knowledge. Ever since I met you, you just constantly been growing. So, just want to ask, who is Tango?
Man, Tango is a man above everything else. I'm a man of integrity, a man of honor, a man of service, a man of respect. You know, I used to identify myself with what I do, but I don't anymore. I'm a man of God before everything else.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, Tango is just in a quick nutshell. Like, I'm a man, bro. I'm just a man trying to get to it. You feel what I'm saying?
Nice. And just kind of want to get into, man, what just to kind of paint a picture. What kind of environment did you grow up? Where you from? Like, what area? What city? You know, because I just.
Yeah, bro. So I'm from South Central LA. You know, I'm from LA, like the real LA, the heart of LA. I'm from the Crenshaw district, to be exact. Shout out to Crenshaw district. And my environment, you know, it's just like it's the, I don't even know how to explain it. It's the epitome of the ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's the gangster paradise. I mean, that's where the gangsterism come from. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's where gangster started, is in Cali, right?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I come from, bro. My environment wasn't. I know a lot of people look at LA and they think it's all sunshines and rainbows and shit like that, but where I grew up, it wasn't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It was real world, real reality, and it was dog eat dog. You had to go out there and get it, survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? If you couldn't survive, then it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And so, just to give you a quick little synopsis of where I'm from, like, I'm from LA, bro. I'm from the real part of LA where not very many people talk about. I mean, yeah, the Crenshaw district just got put on the map, really, I want to say in the last, like, 10, maybe 15 years.
Yeah.
Shout out Nip, Black Sam, and all them, TMC, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, before them, people would think of LA and they thought, you know, Hollywood and all
palm
that
trees.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But the Crenshaw district, bro, that's
and that's where you grew up. That's where you were raised. What's some of your early memories, bro? Like, as far as your environment and what was tough,
bro? I want to say the hardest thing about my environment is really realizing, like, you know, everybody's a product of it.
Right.
You grow up not wanting to be the kid that got it worse than everybody else.
Right.
And you realize that just about everybody in that environment is that kid. And so, you know, yeah, you see a lot of the violence. There's a lot, you know, gangs, drugs, violence, you know what I'm saying? The typical ghetto hood shit, you know what I'm saying? But I think the hardest part of being from that environment is getting out and not wanting to go back or not being held down or being stuck. Because a lot of people get caught in this mentality that, you know, you are your environment and you got to succumb to that.
Right.
You got to be no more than what your environment tells you to be. And so growing up, the hardest part was just, you know, not allowing myself to be influenced by the outside world and know that I deserve more out of life.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So do you feel like that came from what you didn't have? You're like, yo, I want more.
Nah, man.
Where do you feel like that came from?
To keep it real, man, you know, I wish my mom was here because she could tell you, like, I always had this drive about me as a kid to know, like, there was more to life. I just didn't know what, you know what I'm saying? And for me, like, what really set it off was, you know, some of the experiences I had, seeing some of my homies die early, you know, being around certain situations and almost losing my life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was hard, bro, like, not allowing myself to believe that this is all I deserved.
Right.
And so to answer your question, like for me growing up, I just always knew I was meant to do more.
Yeah.
And I got to give my mom credit for that, because no matter what I did as a child or how I came up or what we went through growing up, my mom always made sure to let me know that I was special and I was supposed to be more than my environment.
Right.
And so because of that, like, that gave me the motivation to want to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once I started seeing things differently and like experiencing different things and going to different places, like it really opened my mind to being like, damn, like, you know, I got to live past Wilshire. I got to be able, I got to be willing. That's what my grandma used to tell me when I was young. She was like, don't be afraid to live past Wilshire.
Yeah.
Which basically meant like, don't be afraid to get out of the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go see something different. And LA, like, everybody know about LA. Like, that's the millionaire's playground, bro. You know, you got Hollywood, you got a bunch of people that got money. And so you grow up around that, and then you see dudes in the neighborhood that got money.
Yeah,
like, shit, you feel me? Like, I got to figure out how to get some money and get up out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what at what point did you start seeing it and start moving towards that direction? Because I know you played college, right? When did you start? You played ball in college. When did you start playing football? When did you? And was that something you wanted to do since you were younger? Where you're like, yo, I want to play in the NFL? Like,
yeah. So for me, man, I wanted to play football my whole life, bro. I've been playing. If I could be real with you, like, that was my love. Like, that was the second love of my life. My first love was basketball.
Oh, okay.
But I started playing football early. I played football when I was 4 years old, all the way up until I was about 28.
Yeah.
29, somewhere around there. And so football was like a genuine love, because that was my escape from my environment. That's where I could go and showcase my talent and not worry about what I was dealing with in the real world.
Yeah.
Not worry about what struggles I had to go home to that night. Or, you know, I could put on for my neighborhood and be proud about that. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and ball out and, you know, really showcase what people like me from my area can do.
Yeah.
And so football for me was just an outlet, bro. It was a way for me to really channel my aggression and my energy and, you know, use it in a positive light.
Yeah.
It gave me a place where I could go and be aggressive and not be judged for it.
Yeah. Now you ain't getting in trouble.
Yeah,
like that's not frowned upon. We're gonna go get it the right way.
Exactly, bro. And so
and so you started that young, and you was in what,
bro?
Junior high. When did you feel like it turned into like, yo, I'm hella good? Yeah.
So I honestly gotta say, like, I always believed I was good, but I was always the smaller kid on the field. I wasn't always big. So for me, that didn't really start until I went to junior college, and I was like balling in junior college. And since I was a kid, you know, I grew up watching USC football. Like my idols when I was a kid was like Reggie Bush. I wanted to be like him. I lived right down the street from SC.
Oh, okay.
And so when they was making that championship run in years, I learned something somewhere in a book that I read that you should write your goals down. So I wrote some goals that I wanted to go to college, and I put it up on my wall. When I was sleeping, I used to sleep on the floor, on a day bed. That's what they called it. I used to sleep on the floor in a day bed, and I put my goals up on the wall. And
when you was in college, or
no, when I was like in middle school.
Oh, okay.
Like middle school.
Yeah.
And I used to have to wake up every morning and catch the bus to school. My mom didn't take me to school, so I had to get up every morning. I had to walk through different neighborhoods, get on the bus, and, you know what I'm saying, go to school. But every morning, bro, before I went to school, I'd read that list. And that's kind of what instilled in me, like, all right. And then I saw dudes like Reggie Bush balling out on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when I was like, dang. And then when I got to high school, that's kind of when I realized, like, dang, this could be real. Like, I could really do something with this. And then I went to college, and that's when I really was like, oh, shit, like.
Yeah. You start balling out?
I could really play. Yeah, like, I'm really good at this. Like, I'm starting to get some
That
confidence.
was in the junior college?
Yeah.
And you just start showing out?
Yeah.
And what was you studying while you were in junior college?
Yeah,
What was you
bro.
studying? What did you? I mean, so you obviously, you're like, yo, I want to. I'm assuming get to the NFL.
Yeah.
It was your mindset, but then was there also like another thing you wanted to do?
So to be real with you, my goal was never to make it to the NFL, bro. I just wanted to play college ball.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, niggas like me didn't get those type of opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't get to go to college and experience what that life was like. And, You know,
That's fire. So you're like, yo, I want to go to college.
I just want to go to college.
I want to go to college and play ball.
Nobody in my family ever graduated. You feel me? My mom, hustler. My dad, a hustler. Like, my grandma, hustler. Like, I come from a background of hustlers. And
so just going to college is like a big
step.
dub for your family,
yeah,
for you, for your family,
for everybody. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's
so
dope.
for me, it was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And so, you know, for me, when I was in JUCO, I used to study business. That was my main. That was the main course of work.
You're like, yo, I want to be a boss. I want to be a business owner.
That's
so, yeah.
exactly right. I always been an entrepreneur, bro.
If I think about it, if I went to college, bro, like for sports or anything, which
business,
I didn't, but I would want to do business.
Yeah.
I've always wanted. I'm like, yo, I want to be a boss. I'm a boss. You know,
Yep.
I always say I was a boss before I was a boss because I'm like, I want that. So that's fire because I think I would do the same thing if I, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had the opportunities.
Yeah, bro. And you know,
Because what else?
You an entrepreneur like me, bro. And I'm sure that didn't start just last year or the year before that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
No, it started when I was a kid, bro.
Exactly,
it started
bro.
when it was funny because I laughed when you're like, yo, my mom told me I was special. I'm like, man, my grandma used to tell me I was special. You know, there's a G Perico song. Yeah, my granny always told me I was special.
It was
hard. It's hard, bro.
I gotta
but the same thing, bro. So I'd always think like, y'all, and I like to hustle. So yeah, at a young age, I was hustling, selling shit. You know what I mean? Mowing lawns and just doing whatever I can to make money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would want to do the same thing,
bro. Same shit. When I was young, bro, like I can remember all the way back to like 4th grade. I had my own car wash in the neighborhood that I lived in. You feel me? Go around washing people's cars, making a little money, and I'd take the money that we'd make and flip it. Make more money to get more products, hire dudes, other kids that was working in. I mean, that was in the neighborhood. Pay them, you feel me, to wash cars. Went from washing cars. We used to go door to door, taking people trash out. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying, mowing lawns like that. That was just
shoveling snow. Well, out here, it's
snow out here, yeah. But you feel me, like that was the mentality I had. But it was I credit that to not only my environment, but like my moms and my pops, like. They was big time hustlers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like that's what they was about.
You seen that it you know it makes the wheels turn. You're around that, yeah.
Exactly, bro.
That's for me. That's one thing that I want to really help instill in my kids, bro. Is like, yeah, I'm a hustler, and yeah, you know, but at the same time, I'm not trying to create generational wealth. I want to create generational hustle. Mm-hmm. I want you guys to learn how to hustle and shit like that. Yeah, of course, generational wealth, yes, but the hustle. I want to teach them the hustle. Like, yo, watch me do this. You
generational
know,
knowledge.
They damn near, generational knowledge, and they damn near the reason why I started becoming an entrepreneur because I'm like, yo. I'm working, I'm getting child support taken out, and I'm like, I need to make more money and also make my kids proud. You know what I mean? Like, I got felonies, you know, I got all these things stacked against me, but that's not going to limit me. You know, I got to show them better because
and that's
they're going to try to come at me with excuses. I'm like, hey.
Bro, that's the best way to do it, though, right? It's one thing to tell your kid to do something, but it's another thing when you lead by example, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you really out here doing the stuff that you telling them and you living by what you preach, bro. Like, that has a way more influential impact, especially on young moms.
I read that in a book as well. It's not even just kids; it's just leadership in general. All the way around the board. But obviously, we starting with kids.
Right.
That's the main goal.
Right.
And you start to realize, okay, that applies to my kids. I'm learning. Okay, wait, that works with business. You know what I'm saying?
But also too, like it also puts you in a state of mind where you look at yourself and you be like, damn, like, all right, now I gotta be accountable, right?
Yeah.
You leading other people, you leading kids, you setting examples for kids, you don't even know, but your homie down the street watching you and being like, damn, I'm inspired by bro. Yeah. And so because you
or your homies' kids,
them
you
too,
know what I'm saying?
That's or even just the kids in the neighborhood that you don't know, the kids you come in and interact with, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens in your brain is you start to really look at yourself in that same light.
Right.
And because you look at yourself in that light, you start to really be like the real leaders, like you know what I'm saying? They start to look at themselves and be like, damn, all right, like I got to hold myself to a certain standard because now I got to set an example for this person, or I got these people watching me.
It's not just me.
It's not just about me anymore.
It's
right,
bigger.
Bro. And it ain't about no clout. It ain't about trying to look cool for motherfuckers. Like, it's literally genuine, you know what I'm saying? It's genuinely about like really making an influence, making a positive impact.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to tell. It's funny because like I tell people this all the time. Like it's easy to tell little niggas and people to do stupid shit.
Right.
It's easy to do that. It's not hard to be stupid, bro.
No.
But what is hard, but more fulfilling in my opinion, is when you really out here giving people knowledge and leading by example, showing them through your footsteps, being
Right.
like, look, you know, I ain't perfect, and I ain't got $1 million.
Yeah.
But homie, the goal is to work to it, and I ain't gonna stop till I
Right.
get it. You feel me? And I'm gonna do everything in my power in the righteous way that I possibly can
Yeah.
to make sure I do that.
And it's almost like explaining them a different perspective of success, right? Because when you're young, you're like, yo, I want this, I want that, I want this. And then you get to a certain point in a certain age where it's like, I want my kids to be happy. I want to be happy. I want the family to be happy. I
Right.
want my mom to be happy. Like,
Priorities
what
change.
what's success?
Priorities
Your definition of
changes.
success starts
Yeah.
changing, and it's more. It's not a financial number.
It's not about the materials, right? Because I mean, just like you know what I'm saying. You done seen we done had all kind of cars.
Right.
We done had all kind of money, bro.
Any cars that we want, we've got.
we done had them, bro.
Yeah.
We done had them all the way to the Benzes, to the nicest truck, the Cadillac.
Hey,
whatever.
your Benz was hard though. I ain't gonna
Bro,
lie. The
you-
Brabus, the
but you get what I'm saying?
yeah, I
bro,
get
like,
it, but I'm
I
like,
appreciate
yeah.
that. But like, it's funny because, like, you know, when you young, bro, at least for me, especially coming up in the hood, like those things meant something because it was a status symbol. It
Right.
was like, look at what I was able to attain. But for me, that shit did a lot more. It showed me what was possible.
Possible,
right?
exactly.
And so when I started getting older, especially when I had my kid, bro, like when I had my kid, that's when life really started to be like. That's
No,
when I
you-
really had a different perspective
Yeah.
on life because I was like, yeah, this shit is cool. Like I got all these cool things, but like in 10 years, what I got to show for it?
Right.
A car? You know, I got to show the memories for it. Like, yeah, that's cool, bro, but like I want something that's gonna last over a longevity type of period
Right.
type shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to influence people in a positive manner that it impacts their lives
Right.
for the long run.
You're making a real difference.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
that to me was different. I mean,
Yeah, you turned up as soon as you had your son, bro. Because, I mean, I've known you before you even had your son.
Bro.
And then once had your son, I was like, yo, Tango turned into a different beast.
person, bro. Yeah,
but
bro.
for the good.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro. I mean, for me, for me, being responsible for somebody that didn't ask to be here, that means that is more like heavy to me than trying to get the validation in the streets. I've
Right.
been in the streets, bro. I done did just about whatever you want.
Yeah, you ain't got to
know what I'm
impress
saying?
them. There's nothing to impress.
Right,
you
bro.
got your kid you need to take care of.
Right,
you got to
bro.
impress him.
And I want to give him an example, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want him to be like me. I want him to be better than me. I tell him that every day. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
I made those mistakes for you, big dog. You ain't
you
got to go
gotta
down
do
that route. Yeah.
Exactly. You feel me? And so, I don't know, like, when I had my kid, bro, like, my perspective on life absolutely changed in regards to what was important and what
Yeah.
wasn't important anymore. You know? Yeah, I still like nice things, bro. And best
Right.
believe I'm always going to get what I want. But showing my son how to not only get what you want, but go after what has more meaning is what's the most important to me.
Right.
That's why I do what I do now. That's why I fight fire. That's why I hustle so hard still in a positive light.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? People ask me all the time, like, why you got 2 jobs? Well, I got one that's financing my dreams and my business, and I got another one that fulfills me. I get to
Right.
do something where I'm being a service to people and giving back to people and helping people in their worst day. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
how is that, bro? Like, you know, for those that don't know, what do you do, bro?
Bro, it's dope. So, you know, I fight fire and I sell cars on the side, you feel me? And I got a business, you know, that I'm personally in the I'm in the process right now of rebranding it. Excuse me. And fighting fire, bro, is a hell of an experience.
And that was a journey to get that, right?
No, I'm good, bro. Thank you.
That was a journey to get that, right? Like,
Yeah.
what?
So, you know, I was a wildland firefighter for 3 years first. So I traveled around the world and fought wildfires. And it's funny because, like, that was a different environment for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't the type of nigga that go hiking and do all that shit, bro. I'm from LA, bro. I'm from the city.
So you fighting fires and hiking. You're
yeah,
hiking to
I'm
go
hiking
fight
to
the
go fight
fire.
a fire, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
That's some warrior shit.
It's crazy because that probably taught me some of the best lessons of my life, even like just as good as the streets did. Like, it was some of the best experiences I had because I got to get out in the environment and see the world and realize, like, damn, like, You know, I'm just this little bleep. I'm just this little bleep in this world.
Yeah.
But look at the difference I can make with a shovel and a water hose.
Right.
This place is going up on fire, and I can come in just being a little bleep. Obviously, I got a team, right? It's
Right.
not just me, but like each and every one of us, like go in, do something, make a difference, and help in the environment, right?
And is it a dope culture you're around too? Is it
It's
similar, like the people that you're with?
it's different, bro, because it depends on where you go. Like the culture here was a little different for me. It was hard for me to get adjusted to because it's Utah culture, and it's
Right.
nothing wrong. It's nothing. I don't have nothing against Utah culture, but
It's just different
it's
from California.
different. Yeah, like
Yeah.
in California, we aggressive. Everybody aggressive. Everybody really like in your face. Like if I got a problem, I'm gonna address you.
Right.
Like, this is what it is. This is how we handle it. And out here, I had to learn like it's not. You come off the wrong way. You rub people the wrong way when you do
Yeah.
that. And for me, it's like I'm still who I am. I ain't changed that, but I was able to polish myself and kind of learn the environment and understand like, okay, like this is how
Yeah.
I gotta carry myself when I'm in this type of environment.
Right.
To be able to relate and have
Which the
conversation.
streets, I'm sure, helped you with that because you got to deal with a whole bunch of different characters. You
Right.
got to, you got to have a real high sense of emotional quotient. You got to be able to read people,
Right. Because if
So
you
you-
can't read the room, bro, you feel me, you
trouble.
putting yourself in
especially
trouble.
if you're from a different place.
Right. Exactly.
So-
And so, like the experience was a dope experience. I'll never take anything away from that. And I think the culture was it was a great learning curve for me because it allowed me to learn how to handle certain type of situations
Yeah,
that I would not necessarily handle.
you didn't need to. You wouldn't be around that.
Exactly.
So it's like
Exactly.
help,
Exactly.
help develop your character.
For sure,
Yeah.
bro. For sure. It helped. And it also helped me become more emotionally stable. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was young, bro, I tell people this all the time. When I was young, you feel what I'm saying? I was a hothead. I was an emotional person. A lot of people don't think. They think when you hard and you hothead and you ready to fight everybody, they think you hard. Nah, homie, that's emotion. You
Right.
emotional, bro. If it takes
Anger is a secondary emotion. The first, you know what I
Exactly.
mean. You might be sad is the
Exactly.
primary emotion. So
exactly.
you're like, yo,
But the first emotion, I would
that's what
say-
you're taught.
Yep, exactly. And so like, it's crazy because like just being in a different environment and realizing like, all right, like I don't have to approach everything with this. I'm gonna come at like, all right, you got an issue, like we can handle that.
Square up.
Yeah, bro. Like, we can
What you
handle that.
saying?
What you mean, bro?
Uh.
Like, because first of all, like out on that mountain, don't nobody give a fuck about where you from, homie.
yeah.
Don't nobody care about that. Niggas trying to get back home. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Niggas trying to get the job done, make it out of this alive.
Right.
So when you up on a mountaintop fighting a wildfire, ain't nobody giving a shit about where you from, bro.
Right.
They don't care about none
It's
of
irrelevant.
that. That don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because for a long time I identified with my environment.
Right.
I identified with being from the Crenshaw district. I identified with being that, you feel what I'm saying, young kid who grew up in the streets.
Right.
And it took until I had a kid and I had to experience that different process of going through wildland and then becoming a firefighter on the structure side to like really understand like, all right, like this is how I got to carry myself.
You had to grow from that and
Yeah, bro.
grow as a man, as a person.
And that's right. You hit it right on the nose. Like grow as a man, bro. Because a real man, in my opinion, bro, a real man don't give a shit about the glitz and the glamour. Homie.
Right.
He do the mundane work. He do all the shit that nobody ain't willing to do. He do the shit that nobody
Nobody
thinking
down
about.
there sees.
Nobody see it. Nobody know. He ain't looking for
And
the
you're
praise.
doing it just because you know that's, as a man, that's your journey. That's your,
Right.
that's your purpose, your
And he
passion.
always
That's
keeping
what you
his
got to
calm.
do.
You can't never break his
Yeah.
character. He always in a situation, no matter what situation he is in, he always keep his character. He stay true to who he is.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And so I think that's what it helped me realize. It helped me learn how to become like, all right, like I don't gotta prove to everybody that I'll beat their ass or I'm willing to fight
Right.
or I'm willing to prove whatever point. Like I could just, all right, homie, you think you tough, all right, you can have that, bro.
Yeah.
As long as you don't touch me and my family, bro, you can have that, homie.
Yeah.
Like, you can have that because I've been there, done that. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't got nothing to prove. Like,
Nah.
it's good.
I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
But if it becomes a threat, then
Then it's a different problem.
you
bro.
going to make me turn into my old self.
Exactly, bro. And I don't think people ready for that, bro.
Right.
You feel me? I ain't ready for that because I
Right.
know who I am.
Yeah,
And
and
I
you
know what I'm
got you work
capable of.
hard, and you got a lot to lose.
Right, bro. And it ain't
And
worth
when
it.
you and I feel like when you're growing up in a dangerous environment, you still got that in the back of your head, like, yo, we could go there. I've seen some shit, like, you know,
Yeah.
it's almost like muscle memory. You're like, yo, hold up.
This ain't nothing. I don't even got to think about it. You feel
Right.
me? We can get there, bro. But the thing is, like,
And there's been a lot of years where motherfuckers don't think about it.
right.
You just go,
And
and
you
then you
just
deal with
there.
the consequences
Consequence
after,
after.
and you're just like, oh shit, man.
Yeah.
And then shout out to life for over time. You start to be like, yo, damn,
Appreciate
I was
you,
wilding,
Life.
man.
Yeah.
I was damn.
Thanks for humbling me.
And not
You feel
everybody.
me?
And you know, I think the goal is like we got to teach our kids. That's not the
Yep.
move. You use your brain. I'm using my brain with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
bro.
do that with my kids nowadays. There's times where like instantly I think about reacting off emotion, and I'm like, nah, hold up. I ask myself, what would a good dad do? Because like the old me, without thinking, is gonna act on impulse out of anger or emotion.
But see, just like you said to me, bro, like that showed growth.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, we just had this conversation. Like, I remember you calling me, telling me about some shit you did. You feel me? To a motherfucker that tried to get at you a while back.
Yeah.
And now you sitting here telling me, like, bro, you know, I can't even get like that no more because I got kids and I got to think about that, bro.
Right.
Like, that's growth. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
and a lot of people, I'm proud of that, bro. I'm proud of you for that.
Hey, thanks.
I admire that, bro. Because
Appreciate
a
it.
lot of people don't. You feel me?
Yeah, no, we
Don't see that.
especially where you know the environment we're from, you see a lot of people that just repeat patterns over and over.
Right.
You know, and it sucks. But I mean, at the same time, that's why I like to influence the youth to kind of try to help the problem before it starts, because a lot of those are just older dudes that ain't really dealt with those problems the right way. They ain't had the tools or the resources or the environment to really grow.
Right.
You know, especially if somebody ends up in prison, right? Like
Right.
I'm sure you got a lot of homies that go to prison,
Bro.
get out, go back, get out,
Bro.
go back, and it's like, damn, bro, like you don't get sick of that, you know? And you know they do, but it's like they just don't have the tools, they don't have the
don't have
environment,
the-
and they maybe don't
yeah.
even want to get themselves out of their environment. They
Because
love
they
it.
don't know better, bro.
Right.
A lot of them don't know better, though. You feel me? It's either the mentality, and like you said earlier, you like I teach my kids with their mind. You feel me? It's the same
Yeah.
thing I be on with my son. Like I tell him, like, you know, bro, you can't be afraid to think for yourself. If you're
Right.
a follower, think for yourself, and whatever consequences come from that, you stand on that. That's what a man
Yeah.
do. You feel me? And so I say that to say, like, you know, the homies, like I got homies that's real deal. I know some niggas that's smart, like real smart,
Right.
bro. Like real smart, like really intelligent. But they stuck because they believe there's no more for them out in the world other
Right.
than what they already know. You feel me?
I was just talking about that to a dude that's been to prison, got out. He went to prison for selling drugs. Now he goes on TikTok live. He don't do no crazy dances or nothing. He just talks shit, talks about prison, this and that. Bro, he's making, you know, he's like, yo, there was 1 month I made 11,000. He's like, and that's not including my job. And he's like, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. That's like me, right? Like I learned how to cut hair. I learned a skill. I learned how to run a business. So I think a lot of street dudes that are hustlers that grow up selling drugs are smart as fuck.
But see, you just hit something on the nose though, bro. They don't know they got skills.
Right.
And it's crazy.
And it's scary to get out of
It's so crazy.
what you're
bro.
used to and do something that you're unsure of. It's not familiar.
But it's crazy because once you step all the way into that, bro, them skills
That's
that you
where growth.
acquire out in them streets, bro, they translate.
Yeah, they're not
transition
waste.
into- bro.
They're not wasted.
Bro.
You actually transition that into the right.
If you can transition that some way somehow into something positive, bro, that shit could take you so much further than the shit you used to seeing. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like, we so comfortable in chaos, the environments that we come from, like we think that everything gotta be chaotic all the
Yeah.
time. You feel what I'm saying? But like what you gotta learn, and this is something that's been something I'm still working on this today, bro, because I got a busy life.
Right.
And I'm learning, like, it's funny how I stack myself in a corner because the way that I achieve a lot of my success is when I put my own back against the wall.
Man.
And it's because I like to subconsciously,
Yeah.
I like to deal with chaos.
I
I'm
hate that I do
comfortable in
that to
chaos.
myself too, bro. I'm almost thinking like, is it me used to growing up in that environment and it's chaotic and shit's happening, it's intense, it's a rush, and then you go live a normal life and you're used to that. You're like, damn, is this enough?
Yeah.
And it's almost like subconsciously I give myself a lot of shit and I put that shit stacked against the
On
wall.
you.
And guess what? I perform.
But it's because you perform under pressure. Right.
Nice.
Right. And so do I. But see, what I've come to learn over the last couple years, bro, is it's better to channel that the same way that you put your back up against the wall.
Right.
If you can take and literally use that same energy and put it somewhere that's gonna drive you in the direction you want to go in,
and
bro,
get you ahead.
and get you ahead, bro. It's a crazy, like,
No,
it's
1000%.
crazy,
And
bro. And that's the thing, like, a lot of dudes that we know that grew up like we did, they not comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And you gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable in order to do anything. Being an entrepreneur is hard as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing it like you or someone like me who's literally out here. I was just having this conversation with my wife, like, dog, I'm literally out here trying to make something out of nothing on my own because I'm stubborn. I ain't about to go ask nobody for no money because I'm used to getting my own money. And the only way I know how to do it is one of two ways: to either go get it legitly or go hustle on the block.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't got time to hustle on the block no more. I got too much to lose for that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, bro, I'm about to pick up another job, and I'm gonna pick up a job. See, this is where the strategy come in, bro. You, instead of just going to get any job, you pick up a job where you can make the most amount of money based on your effort.
Right.
You go out and sell some shit. If I sell a certain amount of cars a month, I can make an extra 15 grand.
Right.
In a month, just selling cars.
And if you don't, that's on you.
Right.
That's what I like about sales, commission, anything that has to do with that. It's like you get rewarded for your hustle.
Right.
You feed your brain and apply it towards your work, you're growing yourself, and you get paid.
You get paid. Not only do you get paid monetarily, but you get paid in energy too.
Right.
Energy come back to you, right?
Right.
And that opens more doors for you, bro.
Exactly.
That gives you better opportunity because now, not only are you in a position where you like, all right, I'm making all this dough, but now the universe is like, okay, I see you serious about what you're trying to do. So because you serious, this is the pressure I'm gonna put on you. Are you gonna invest in yourself or not? Here's something that's gonna cost you a certain amount of money.
Right.
You could take that same 15 grand, go buy a Benz today. Yeah, you're gonna look cool, but if you take that money and invest it in a $20,000 seminar and go listen to people who got the money that you trying to get to speak and take jewels down from them, which one gonna benefit you more?
Right.
You feel me? That's the universe. And so
You gonna invest in yourself, or you gonna invest in
bullshit.
Or you gonna just
Right. You gonna splurge the energy and give it away for free, or you gonna invest that energy into yourself? And so it's crazy because, like I was saying earlier, like them skills that we learn in the streets, a lot of people don't think they can apply in the real world.
Right.
And it's like the reason you an entrepreneur, the reason your shop is successful, bro, is because you took your skill set that you learned and applied it here.
Right.
The reason I can average 18 to 20 cars a month when I only work 4 days a week at a dealership and also fight fire full time, bro, is because my mentality about how to hustle and how to sell. I learned them skills in the street. I'm gonna go get what I want. I'm not gonna wait for nobody to give it to me. You feel what I'm saying? And so the moment that we as a people learn how to take that and bottle it up and say, okay, instead of me applying this here, where it's gonna just cost me more drama, I have to be looking over my shoulder. I'm gonna have to worry about this dude over here, worry about this chick down the street. I'm gonna take that over here, go get me a sales job where some type of commission or any type of hustle, go pick up a trade. Get a skill.
Go start go start a fucking car wash. Car detailer business.
Detail.
Yeah.
Go be a plumber. Nigga, they getting paid bang for that, bro.
Yeah.
And you ain't gotta do that forever.
No.
That could just be the stepping stone.
And a lot of it's tough. It's pride. You know, a lot of the environment where we come from, it's filled with ego and pride.
Right.
You know, and one of the hardest battles when I started cutting hair, bro, is like, you know, one of my cousins was like, yo, that's gay, you know? And I'm like, I mean, back then it wasn't as popular to be a barber. Now it's cracking. Now it's like, shit,
But
motherfucker,
look,
I'm up, and I got it in the right time.
But see, not only did you get in the right time, you didn't listen to other people's influence, because that's
Right.
that's the thing, bro. Like, that's the thing about the world, especially today, because you got this social media bullshit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's easy for you to be influenced by other people and what their thoughts are.
Right.
Imagine if
Yeah,
you would
where
have
people are
believed him.
searching for validation.
Right, but imagine if you would have believed him.
Right.
And you didn't decide to say, fuck what you talking about, homie. I'm about to
I'm
go
like, you're
do
right,
this
man. I
barber."
should go get a construction job.
Bro,
Man, I would have been breaking my back right now.
bro, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
and it's the same
100%.
thing with me, bro. Like, it's like, oh, you about to be a firefighter? Like, what? Yeah, nigga. I'm about to live stable. I'm gonna have a stable living. I ain't gonna have to worry about none of that other shit, bro.
Right.
Why you got 2 jobs? You selling cars? Yeah, bro. I'm selling cars.
I'm a hustler.
I'm a hustler, bro.
First and foremost, I'm a
Yeah,
hustler.
Don't ever forget that.
Yeah.
But this is a small part of the bigger picture. Huh?
Right.
Y'all
This
don't
is
see
this
what I
is just
see.
this is a vehicle.
Right.
Cause I got places to go.
Right.
And this vehicle is we're gonna move faster because I'm doubling up.
Exactly, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But the pride, bro. We got too much
Yeah,
pride, bro.
yeah. And when I first going back to that, when I first started, it was hard, bro, to fuck haircuts up and suck and not be good and you're in a vulnerable state, you know, as a man, where it's like, you know, we was being gangsters, you know, and now I'm cutting hair,
Bro.
and I'm serving the client. Like, this is crazy, but I looked at the bigger goal. I'm like, this is just my vehicle. I never really, we always say that growing up, I want to be a business owner. I want to open a business. I want to be a boss. Yeah, I would say that, but what was my real action? What was I going to do? I never even thought, like, cutting hair, I'm going to own a shop and this. I was just like, yo, just like you said, you wasn't planning to go to the NFL. You was just like, I want to go to college. Me, I was just like, I want to be a barber. That was my thing.
But look at it
always
now.
in my mind, I'm like, yo, I want to be the owner. But
Bro,
yeah,
the homie,
bro.
the homie got 3 locations, and he damn near like.
Well, we got 2 now. We shut 1 down.
Okay,
But either way.
You still have 3.
Yeah.
Like my niggas Nip say, you feel me? Even if we lose it, at least we had it.
Right.
We had it at one point.
Right.
You feel me? And that probably was something that was a lesson for you to learn.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because that's the biggest thing.
It was great lessons, bro.
But in that even though, you feel what I'm saying? Like, all right, bro, you wasn't planning on being a barber, but here you are 10 years down the line. You're the best barber in the state. You got niggas looking at you. Niggas is looking at you to see, all right, what kind of game can I get from Regal?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I know that to be true because I got plenty of homies that's barber, and they legit barbers, bro.
Yeah.
But I always tell them, like, yeah, if you really trying to do this shit, you need to holler at my nigga, bro, because he really do this shit.
Yeah.
And I don't let just anybody, like, I want to make sure I make that clear, too. Like, I don't just let anybody cut my hair, bro.
Yeah.
You was one of the first people I let cut my hair, bro.
Yeah.
But it was because I seen the work.
I even did, remember when I did the big chow.
Yeah, bro. The first time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but it's because, again, like I said, bro, like, it's the drive.
Right.
You feel me? You wasn't willing to succumb to what other people's thoughts were. And
Yeah.
that's the problem. Like, yeah, social media can be very enlightening if you got people that's out there putting out positivity, right?
And if you're following that,
Right.
it's almost just like you're kicking it too. Like,
Right.
you got to be mindful of your algorithm. You got to be mindful of what you, because it could be a slippery slope on social media, boy.
Right. Especially today.
Yeah.
You feel me? Especially today. It's so easily be distracted by that shit and anything else.
Right.
But the point that I'm trying to get at, bro, is it's like, if I would have just, if I wouldn't have believed in myself and been like, nah, man, I used to tell niggas like, I'm going D1. No, all right, nigga, you ain't going D1. You too small. Okay. And then I go D1, and them same niggas, oh, damn, Tango, can you send me some gear, bro? Yeah, all right, nigga. I thought I wasn't going to make it here.
You didn't believe in me.
Yeah, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Yeah, I didn't have a long NFL professional career, but I got to play professional ball.
Yeah, how was that?
It was a different experience because I wasn't no big time like guy. You feel what I'm saying? It was just an opportunity. I had a couple tryouts, see how them things panned out. They didn't necessarily go my way because I was a little dude. I wasn't as big as everybody else at the time. And then when I was done with the NFL shit, I had indoor ball where I played professionally for a while, and that was a fun experience. But it's a business. All that shit is a business.
Right.
And being a peon in a business, at least for me, the way that my mind thinks, I'm looking around and I'm like, man, I ain't supposed to be on this field. I'm supposed to own this motherfucker. I'm supposed to be the nigga that they playing for. They're supposed to be my team. I own this team.
And honestly, bro, I'm thinking, like, how many people you think actually thought that way as well?
Bro, it's probably a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
And then it's probably not. I couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you, bro, is I ain't never been a nigga to settle.
Right.
I don't settle, bro. I'm not settling for what life gonna give me.
So did the passion slowly start dying?
I would say I lost the love of the game after it served its purpose.
Right.
And the purpose that it served for me in my life was to get me out of the environment that was going to cause me to self-destruct.
You went to college, you hit the NFL, you're away.
And then when I was done with that, I was trying to figure out, like, all right, man, what am I going to do next? Where am I going to go? Because I'm not going back to the streets.
Right.
So I got to figure something out. And so I say that to say, like, it served its purpose because it gave me opportunity. I got 3 degrees.
Damn. What'd you get degrees in?
I got a degree in mass communications and a minor in marketing.
Oh, okay.
Then I got a degree in liberal arts and sciences.
Nice.
You feel what I'm saying? So I got 3 degrees. But
how did your family feel about that?
Bro,
how did your mom feel, bro?
I know my mom was proud because my mama know me. And, you know, my mama was probably one of the realest people I know.
Yeah.
You feel me? She know her son, bro. Like, that's really all I can, like, she know me. You know what I'm saying? She know who I am. She know what I done been through. She know what I done did. She know all the deep, dark secrets type shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so for my mom to see me, and even my homies, like for my homies,
I can imagine, bro,
and ran around with, like for them to see me walk the stage, get a degree, and change my life, like they tell me, and I want y'all to know, like I'm appreciative of y'all for that. Like,
hell yeah,
being a firefighter, even like my homies, when I graduated to be a firefighter, homies hit me up like, damn, bro, they don't even know who. Like, I'm proud of you, bro, because they don't got a clue.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And that was a hard journey you had to go through to get
there. It wasn't even. And it's funny you bring that up, because it wasn't even the fact that being a firefighter was hard. It was the mentality of believing that was something I could even accomplish, bro.
Right.
I never in a million years thought. I wanted to be a firefighter when I was a kid.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't think it was something I could do because I was black. I didn't see black firefighters growing up. I didn't think I was smart enough. I thought that shit was gonna be hard.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just because of the environment. You feel what I'm saying? And the negative.
It just seems so far away.
It was just like that's
when
way,
you grow up. It's
yeah,
not.
Bro,
yeah.
it's not.
It's not like you had uncles that were firefighters
right,
and family
bro.
that were firefighters.
Exactly.
That was close. You're like, yo.
Exactly. This is just too. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. You feel what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, bro,
you just grinded. You seen a vision and you just worked hard towards it. And
I gotta give my son credit for that.
Right.
I gotta give my son credit for that. He don't even know it. But my son, he the main reason I changed my life, bro.
Right.
Because, again, like I mentioned earlier, like I saw him and was like, bro, my dad wasn't there. My dad taught me how to be a street nigga, bro. He wasn't there like that. You feel me? I told myself I'd be damned if I tell my son he can do anything he want to do, and then I go out here and I settle for life. What kind of leader and what kind of example am I? So yeah, I know this shit hard now. I know I'm not very secure in knowing that I can accomplish this, but I'm gonna put all my effort into doing it. Because when he get older, the last thing I want him doing is being like, I ain't had no example of nobody that went after something.
Right.
Fuck that.
That's fire, bro. Because when I first started barbering, bro, it's because I was working construction jobs, and I got laid off. And then when I got laid off, my homie Jody was like, yo, you should be a barber. And at the time, my girl was pregnant with my son, AJ, you know, and I'm like, yo, like, am I going to keep working construction, or am I going to just change my career and just go hard at something, you know? And that's where a lot of the strength came from, bro, the drive, the purpose. Like, when you know you're working to get your kids and you're bringing another kids out of the situation, and like, bro, there was times where I'm like, damn, I'm having trouble paying a $250 car payment, bro. Like, I'm getting child support taken out. I'm not making shit. I'm busting my ass. I'm up at 5 a.m. I'm in the cold. I'm in the heat. Like, yo, I don't want this the rest of my, you know, like, I'm over here working and I see dudes that are like 50 and just digging holes. We're just digging holes next to each other, and I was like, yo, I don't want to be like that. This ain't it for me. I can't do that.
And
I'm too smart.
It's not no knock on anybody to do that, right? But for you understood that there's more for me, bro.
I'm too smart. I'm too smart. I got hustle. I know my potential, and I'm not, you know, like you said, it's not that, but it's just life. Sometimes life, bro, you just end up being comfortable and doing the same thing over. Next thing you know, you look up and you're like, holy shit.
Where did time go?
Yeah, because right now I'm 37. I'm even doing that same thing with me. I'm like, damn, man, like, I need to go further, and I should be further. But we all have our different levels, you know what I mean? Bro. But, you know, shout out to my son, AJ. You know, and I still have my other kids as well. So it's like, I want to give him a great life. I'm bringing another kid in, and I already have kids. I need to show all them I'm more than just, you know, just getting by by the bare minimum, bro. Right. Like, I want to be a boss. Mm-hmm. I want to fucking do some shit. So I saw a little vision of cutting hair, and my homie painted the picture, and, you know, going to school, and it just got me so inspired that I'm like, yo, let's go. I got a kid on the way. I got kids already. I need to step it up as a man, you know? And that's around the time where, like, the street mentality started. I'm like, yo, this doesn't co-align, bro. Like, I'm trying to go this way. What am I going to do in the fucking barbershop if somebody tries to bang on me? Or am I going to bang on somebody because I see them because of that shit, you know? Like,
I'm going to lose out on some money.
Why am I investing the money and the time into school?
Come on.
It's like, nah, man, like, I got to fucking get myself out the situation, because who's going to raise my kids, bro? I don't want to have somebody, you know, tell me, because I did have one of my sisters tell me when I was in prison, yo, your kids are calling somebody else dad, you know? And at the time I was so young and I was so pissed, I was like, fuck that, but I was in prison. And I'm like,
What you going?
I don't ever want that to happen to me.
Anybody.
You know, I don't want my kids to ever think or know that I'm not their dad. Like, no, you're gonna know who your dad is.
Yeah.
And to this day, my kids know who their dad is. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's
But you setting a good example too, though.
yeah,
You ain't just out here just doing some shit. Like you actually making an impact, bro.
yeah.
And you making an impact in your community.
And shout out to my daughter. She just started barber school too.
Bro,
so.
look at that. Bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like you doing something
Yeah.
positive, bro. You changing lives and you don't even know it. And that's the goal for me. Like at some point, I'm gonna go back to LA. When God tell me the time is right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and do what I need to do for my community and put on for them and do the
That's
same
fire.
thing you doing, bro. But in order for me to lead people, I gotta lead myself.
You still got
first.
more work to do for
Yeah.
yourself, which you're already killing.
And that's
it.
what I'm
proud
in
of
the
you.
process of doing, bro.
But you know what you envision yourself as.
And it's the same with you, bro. Like, I'm proud of you, dog. I don't know if people tell you that shit enough, but I
Thank you,
remember
bro.
when you
Yeah,
first started.
I'm blessed.
We wasn't even friends yet.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was young, selling cars early. I remember when this shop first opened up.
Yeah.
I remember coming over here and being
It's been like 10
oh,
years now, bro. This is year
yeah.
10. So
Yeah, bro. I remember that.
yeah.
And so, like, it's dope to be able to see your journey in the process and where you at, bro, and how you influence people.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
It's a
saying?
blessing, bro. I love what I do.
That's awesome, bro.
Shout out to the shop and all the barbers that came, and
Yeah, bro.
it's fire.
You done impacted a lot of people's lives, bro. And that to me is the highest, like Nip say, the highest human act is to inspire, bro.
Yeah.
You've been doing that. Like
Hell
you
yeah.
do that.
Appreciate that.
And that's the goal for me. You feel me?
And that's what you're doing. Speaking of that, you just started a podcast too, man. What's that about? What's your purpose with that? Talk to me.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate you bringing it up. My podcast is called Unfiltered Greatness. I just dropped episode 10 yesterday.
Okay.
And
And
basically,
where can you find it?
You can find it on any streaming platform.
Okay.
Spotify,
There you go.
Apple Podcast, Amazon even. I didn't even know they was on all that, but you can find it on all of them, bro.
That's fire.
But basically, the podcast is just about it's mainly for men, especially men who transition out of sports and don't know who they are. But it's really for any man that's in a transition.
But you can translate that to even
Anything.
gangbanging, right?
Anything.
Even selling drugs,
Everything,
right?
Anything, bro. It don't matter who you are. It's really for men that's transitioning. You feel me? And when I say transitioning, I mean they in that in-between phase where they trying to get from being who they used to be to becoming who they envisioning themselves to be.
The better version.
Yeah, you becoming a better version of yourself. And I also let them know, like, I'm in that same journey. And the main reason I'm passionate about it is just because I'm in the process with them.
So you're more or less sharing the journey. You're like, hey guys,
I'm doing the same.
I'm
this
right
is
here.
where I'm at. This is where I'm trying
keeping
to be.
it real, like,
I'm
hey,
just keeping it, yeah.
Because I'm the same way. Like, I could say, oh, I got businesses, I got this and that, but at the end of the day, I'm a work in progress, bro. Like, I'm not where I want to be by any means, and I need to work on myself in every single way to be able to become the man. Because the man that I see myself is so great. So it's like, yo, I fuck up.
Yep.
In a lot of ways, but I definitely can recognize my fuck ups, adjust them, and grow from them, and work on being a better person. So
And it's the same here, bro. Like, I ain't perfect. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect man
yeah,
by any means, bro. I don't got it all. I ain't got it all figured out. But what I do know is I ain't gonna stop.
right,
And that's what separates the good from the great, bro.
yeah,
It's not the talent. It's the persistency, bro. Continuing to be persistent. Continuing
Continue
to
to
just
better
keep going.
yourself.
Yeah, bro. And so, just to answer your question, like, my podcast is just basically about how to continue to grow. It ain't none of that rah-rah bullshit that you gonna hear on social media. It ain't about drama. It ain't about none of that. It's really about some real shit. And if you're really trying to grow and you really want to question yourself and challenge yourself as the person you are currently, that'll be a podcast for you to listen to.
yeah, hell yeah. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. And then also, bro, I wanted to bring up, like, we were just barely talking about it, books, man. How important you think it is for the youth or even people trying to grow, like, books, bro? Like,
I think books is probably some of the most important things one of the most important skill sets you can pick up, reading a book.
when did you first read a book?
Bro, I've been reading since I was young, because my grandma, like, I got to give my grandma props. Like, my grandma didn't play that shit. She taught me how to read early, and me and my grandma used to have conversations where she would spell words out to me. So I couldn't respond like how we talking, like, she would spell out every word, and I'd have to, like, figure out what it was.
Yeah.
and then spell out words to communicate back to her. You feel what I'm saying? And so reading helped me do that. And my grandma told me when I was young, bro, like, as a black man, and this goes for any man, but this was my experience. She told me, as a black man, you know, one of the sayings is, if you want to hide something from a nigga, you put it in a book. And I don't want to be one of them niggas that don't know. I want to have that edge.
Right.
So for me, it's like, all right, and I ain't just reading any books. And this ain't to knock people who like fantasy books. If you like to read, it don't matter what you read. Pick a book up and read.
No, straight up. You read a book, you're growing your mind.
Right.
In
it
any
don't matter
way.
what book you read, right? Me.
It challenges your imagination.
Right.
You could watch a
It helps
movie
your imagination
you could
grow.
watch a movie, Harry Potter, for instance. It's cool.
Yeah.
But if you read the book,
it's a different
it's a different
world.
experience.
Because now
you know?
you're challenging yourself to think outside the box.
But I know I personally like the personal growth books.
And that's the same with me.
We got a lot of similar books that we like.
I read a lot of personal development books. I read a lot of books that help me challenge my current way of thinking. Because I think the more ways I learn how to handle issues or solve problems or be a solution to certain situations, the further I can go.
Right.
The more strategic I can be.
Yeah.
And the more of an edge I have, right? And so I think reading is very important. I think reading is very important because not only does it grow your mind, but it allows you to think differently when it comes to certain situations.
Right.
It gives you a strategic and tactical way to look at certain situations that you probably would have never thought about.
One thing I like and I benefited from books is, like, sometimes I like to just muscle through my own situations, right? I just like to figure it out. You know, there's sometimes I just don't want to open up to people and ask for advice. But then if I read a certain book and it goes, you know, it coincides with what I'm going through, and it's going to tell me a non-biased way of how to deal with that. And it's like, damn, I was wrong like a motherfucker. And the book just really it's non-biased. It don't know me. It don't know the situation, but it just goddamn told me. It just told me.
Yep.
So my stubborn ass is like, well, that's law. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
See, for me, bro, I like reading books because literally, bro, it just give me, like, I think I know some shit, and I'll be looking at something and be like, yeah, man, you feel me? I know this is how I'm about to handle that.
Yeah.
And then I'll pick up a book and read a book, and it'll be like, yeah, it'll talk about the exact situation I was just in and be like, man, you know, there's not just one way to handle this. There's a more strategic way that you can handle things and do this, this, and this, and it gives me a different perspective because now I'm like, damn, okay, like, when I'm in
challenge
these
your
situations,
thinking. And the good thing about it too, I think when you do read books and you are doing things but you kind of question yourself, you're like, oh shit, you just read that book, and it further gives you laser focus, like, wait, I was right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna double down on this and I'm gonna keep thinking that way because this book just supported that. And it gives you more of a mental edge to be like, yo, this is confidently decision every time I run up in this is my confident decision every time I run across this issue.
Right. On top of the fact that it give you blueprints too.
Right.
You know, like when you read books about people that got it or didn't, and when I say got it, I mean that's trying to, whatever it is you trying to accomplish, if they are in that place that you want to be.
Yeah, if they're experts in those fields.
Right. And you read the books that they put out, that's free game. You paying $20 for
They might have spent their whole life
learning the game that they put in the book.
And they're experts. Bro, and they're giving it to you in a book.
Why not?
Right.
Why would you not pick that up? Like, why not, bro? You literally getting free game. Yeah, you might spend $20-$30 max on a book.
That's an investment in yourself, though.
Bro, niggas go out and buy weed and shit every weekend. They go to the club, spend $30-$40.
Could have had libraries.
Bro, come on, dog.
Yeah.
You could build your library, and when you building that physical library, you're building the mental one, because now you getting jewels from people that's already in the positions that you want to be in, and they literally giving you the blueprint. That don't mean that you gotta do it exactly how they do it, but they giving you ideas on, hey, this is how this is what works, this is where this goes.
And it can save you a lot of heartache, a lot of time. That's why it's good to have a good mentor as well. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I feel like mentors are super important. I know you've had mentors before, right?
For sure. And I still, I mean, in a way, I still do. Mentors are really important because, again, just like books, that's somebody that can give you information that's already been in your footsteps.
And I feel like a lot of good people that are hustling, that like me and you, right? Like if we see somebody that we could relate to, we're gonna give them the game straight up,
right out the gate,
and tell them what they need to hear so they can level up.
Right.
And I enjoy that. I enjoy helping people do better because, like, once I give people game and I see they apply it and they take it and run with it, bro, it's a different level of satisfaction or just more fulfillment, because you're like, damn, I just genuinely helped that person.
But
You can't buy that.
It's because, but it's also, I think it's because you realize it's bigger than you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing with me. When I can give somebody game, or I can tell them, like, bro, if I'm over here doing this, what makes you think you can't?
Right.
If I can inspire you to do something great.
Even on a deeper level, like in my head, bro, like I've had a lot of situations where, like, I mean, I grew up in a fucked up environment. I've been in shootouts. Like I've heard bullets pass my fucking, zoom, you know what I mean? And I've been in car accidents. I've done a lot of dumb shit, bro. And like sometimes I'm like, damn, there's people with less scars that are dead. How am I so blessed to be here?
Bro.
But really, when I think about it, it's you know, maybe it's my passion, my purpose. My purpose is to help others, you know. So,
Bro,
I
who
think
you
that's why
telling?
God keeps me around. Cause
You know, I gotta shout out all my homies, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? My day ones. You know, cause the exact same thing, bro. I done been in them situations,
yeah,
and I got homies that experience way less, and they ain't here no more. And
Right.
I used to have this guilt where I'm like, why am I still here?
yeah,
And so, I believe for sure there's a reason. There gotta be
The bigger
a reason.
purpose.
There's
It's
a
big-
bigger
yeah.
purpose, and it's bigger than me. And I'm just now learning to tap into that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
it's a blessing though to see that, and you know, it's a good drive, bro. When you got, you know, that you're influencing, you're helping, and you know, you're making a difference, especially in your community. That's what I love about, you know, I love Utah, man. I've been here, I grew up here, and I love to help out.
Me too, bro.
Hell yeah, man. So you got any game to spit to some youngsters listening to this, man?
To the youngsters out there,
What would you spit to somebody that's like kind of on the edge, you know, just on the streets and
I tell them, bro, pick a book up and find you a skill. Find something you're passionate about and dive into it. Run with it. Fuck what the naysayers say. Don't listen to your homies. Don't listen to the people telling you shouldn't be doing that. You got this over here. Lead yourself. Find something that you genuinely enjoy and run with that shit.
Hell yeah. There you go. Well, where can they find you, bro?
You can hit me up on Instagram. My handle is Tangeray Towns. It's just my name. You feel me? I know a lot of people don't know how to spell, so I'll spell that for you. It's TANQUERAY Towns, TOWNS, and that's it. Tangeray Towns on
Hell
Instagram.
yeah, bro. Well, hey, thanks for joining me, bro. I know you're busy. I know you got everything going on, so I appreciate you, man.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, bro.
My
That was
dog,
fun.
you know?
Hell yeah.
Hey, tap in with my guy.
Stay
Y'all know,
tuned.
y'all need to get y'all haircut.
Let's get
Need
it.
some game. Come talk to the homie.